Welcome. My name's Mandy, and we are going to be doing a 30-minute restorative class. And we've just had the super full moon, so I thought it was quite apt to call this time to come down. Yeah, might have been a little bit fiery for you, perhaps, or perhaps it was quite exhausting. You know, it affects us all in different ways. And for me, it was very fiery. So this is a very welcome practice. So I recommend having a blanket and a cushion, a pillow, some soft things to support your body for rest and restorative postures. Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to come straight down to child's pose. So your knees are wide, tops of the feet are on the ground, if that feels okay for you. And then you're going to perhaps, if you've got a cushion or a pillow, or if you're lucky, you've got a bolster at home, you're going to pop that down in between your legs. So your front body can come and lay down on it. And if you don't have anything, don't worry, you still come down to child's pose, but you extend your arms out long. Oh, and you let your hand, or you can make a pillow with your hands, let your forehead come down. Let's begin in this restful posture. Letting your body land. Perhaps just noticing the belly. Your lower, soft, round belly. Rising and falling with your breath on the inhale. How it spreads out in between your thighs. On the exhale, how it softens back towards your center. And maybe just a few natural inhales. And then a sigh. Letting your body land and arrive at your practice. Perhaps a few more breaths like that might help you to bring yourself into the present moment of your practice, being here now. And just noticing the tops of your feet pressing down at the ground. The backs of your hips, the right side and the left side. Noticing any sensation. And traveling around to the back of your pelvis, where your sacrum is and your lower back. Notice what's held here in this moment at the start of practice. For me, it feels quite like nerve tingly kind of feeling. You can just name it for yourself. Name what you feel in your lower back. Or maybe your hips are a little bit louder, wherever you feel. The place that's calling your attention. Just let your awareness drop down to that space. Knowing that there's nothing to do. There's no prescribed pranayama. It's just a natural breath. And take a few more breaths here. And then, hard to get up once you come down. We're going to very slowly come out this. Bring the body upright. We're going to meet on all fours. So knees underneath your hips. further. Knees underneath your hips, and then your hands underneath your shoulders. You put your knees a little bit behind your hips if that feels nice. I quite like it. So it's like a long side body from your armpit to your hip. It'll feel quite nice. And we're going to circle the hips in one direction. You can come on the tops of the feet or on the balls of the feet. You can choose. And I'm just going to take big circular motions with the hips in one direction. Making a nice big circle. Just easily, gradually coming into the hips and that lower back stays, which will feel quite nice. Just imagine you stirring a pot. Or you're churning some nice ingredients to make something nice and sweet. And then take it in the opposite direction. Oh, listen. Apologies, I've got spinal. Wanting to come and churn the pot. And then we'll find a tabletop. Okay, so let's find regular cat cow now. So on the inhale, your belly will drop, tailbone lifts and the head lifts. Exhale, push down through everything to round through. Inhaling, head comes forward, tailbone comes up. And then you exhale to lift your belly up towards your back, round and through the spine. 2 more. Inhaling, the spine lengthens and then it arches. And then the exhale, empty it out as you turn yourself inwards. 1 more. Inhaling. And exhaling round. Lovely. Okay, so let's come and find a seat. And we'll find a straddle. Let's take my bum a bit further back in case my feet come off. And then for me, I know I need a little bit of support underneath my seat. I'm going to get my cushion. Maybe you've got a block. I'm not actually directly sitting on it. I use it as like a shelf. So like my sit bones are still quite sit bones are anchoring down, but then my bum is more resting like on a shelf on the cushion. Okay. So feeling however you've sat yourself, your spine fluidly rising up. Just take a moment to do that. Just let your hands land on your legs, on the ground, wherever they will most intuitively give you support and where you find ground. And let your body tip forward a bit and then tip it back. And then go side to side. And then find a still point in the middle. And then bring your awareness down to your sit bones, and then your tailbone, your coccyx. Anchoring down. And then take your breath into your lower belly. Then feel the chest lift. Crown of the head lifts. And then exhale empty. It's like a soft, slithering breath. A soft rising. So inhale the lower belly. And then the ribs. And then the chest. And then the crown lifts. It doesn't need to be this big, I was going to say gush, like a gush of wind breath. You know what I mean. And then exhale. So keeping it really soft, soft breath. Inhale, lower belly, chest, crown lifts, the chin drops a little bit, and then you exhale and then. Okay, so left hand is going to come out to the side. It's not going over the left leg. Your left hand is sliding out to the side. The right arm is going to lift above your head. And then you can have a lean over, a lateral stretch over to the left. So bring your awareness to your left sit bone. So your left sit bone is anchoring down. So I can't speak. The stretch is coming up from Your left sit bone anchoring down at the ground, up through the left waist, the left ribs, the left armpit, and then the limb of the upper arm and lower arm, and the fingers reaching a little bit. Ground down through your left hamstring, thigh bone, quadricep. So that whole upper leg, ground that down. You have a little lean over. And let's find a pulse. So push through the left hand. Inhale, and let the right hand point to the ceiling. Exhale, you sway over. Softly with the breath. Inhale, you're swaying vertical. Exhale, you're pouring yourself over like you're pouring like a teapot, pouring a cup of tea. Inhale and reaching vertical, finding length, rising. Exhale, sweeping, softening, or pouring the tea. Inhale and up. Exhale and over. Maybe this is a nice chamomile tea. Oh, that's just good my head. Chamomile tea. Inhale and up. Both hands come up. And then we're going to exhale and have a little lean over this right leg. Hands land, frame the right leg. Okay, so it's a restorative practice. So if you want to take a little bend through both legs to find if the legs are really pulling, if it feels uncomfortable, if your hip flexors are a little bit like shouty and saying, oh man, this is too much. We just started, take a good bend in the knees. Okay, so just let your hands frame the left leg and let your torso start to move a little bit above the left leg. And then maybe it's just you staying here. Maybe the arms are extended, they're really supporting you, and this is your fold. Or perhaps you want to come much further down, if that's how your body wishes to move in this practice, and you have that range of motion. You go ahead and take your body further down, or you maybe want to be on spider fingers and have a length and find a bit of a pulse, so the exhale would fold you down. You have options. Just stay here, giving the left sit bone anchor down. Perhaps have a little push through the right hand. Let your body move a little bit more over the left leg. Feeling the stretch through the front of the left hip and perhaps around the back of the left waist. And then we're going to inhale ourselves upright through the middle, Okay, so let's come to the second side. So right side now, right hand, come to the side of your seat. So your bum, whatever you sat on your seat. Or also elbows, I would imagine. Okay, so right hand is going to go a little bit slide. And you think, all right, that's it. I don't want to go any further. You can feel your left sit bone anchoring down. So if your hand goes too far, you don't want this lifting up. Keep that anchored down. I'll say that. I mean your left hip, left sit bone, left hip anchoring down. Inhale, the left arm comes up. Exhale, you're going to have a lean over. And we'll stay in the situation in a static posture. Notice how the right arm's feeling. You want to take it a bit further out. You want to open your chest a little bit more. You want to take a bend through the left arm. It's your practice. It doesn't need to look a certain way. You find a bit more freedom, a bit more softness through joint spaces, left shoulder. So maybe it's a reach. And we can pulse now actually. So inhale, the left arm comes vertical. Exhale as a lean and sway over to the side. Inhaling, the arm rises up. Exhale, leaning over. Inhale, rising, lengthening, and then exhale, soften and empty. Let's take one more. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. Inhaling up through the middle. Both arms up through the middle. Exhale, both hands come down in front. And we'll spider finger. So that just means like this. So spider fingers, like cups. You cup in your hands. And then you can take your hands forward. As you start to allow the chin to come down towards the chest. Maybe come down to forearms. Maybe your chest can come down to the ground. Maybe you get a pillow put underneath. You know, there's many different ways. We all have different bodies and different practices. So you just honour where you're at this evening. And there's no pushing like yourself over any edges, so to speak. You're arriving to meet a little bit of tension and you're going to breathe into it. So just think of it that way. I'm arriving in this place. And I'm grounded as I arrive here. Sit bones are grounded. And then I'm meeting the tension. And I'm going to breathe. I'm going to breathe and meet that tension with my breath. So inhale and let your belly fill, let your shoulders rise, your lungs rise on your back. And then the exhale. Let the chin lower. And let everything be soft. And just let your body round in. And sometimes the ego comes in, well, not sometimes, quite often, comes in and it's like, oh, I don't really like this one. I'll get very far. I know that's been the one for me. Sometimes it still is. And you feel a bit of frustration come in. And that's the tension. That's also the tension. It doesn't have to be a physical manifestation, a sensation of uncomfortableness or pain or stretch kind of thing. You know, it's the thoughts as well. That's the tension. So let's breathe into the tension, whatever it is for you. So let's do 3 lovely breaths together. Inhale and fill your body. Inhale through the nose. And then have a lovely long sigh out your mouth. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. And then you sigh out your mouth. 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. I'm really noticing my lower back releasing. And then we'll slowly come up out of this situation. Put your hands to the outside or underneath your knees. Your hands got the outsides of your knees. And your fingers are touching the backs of your knees. And your thumbs are wrapping around the top. You're just going to slowly bring your legs in. Bring your legs in, let them meet one another. Let's have a cheeky little twist here. So your legs are together. And your heels are coming towards your seat. Taking your right arm, wrapping it around your leg, and the left arm is going to come behind your seat. So a nice soft twist. So as you inhale, feel your belly move forward into your thighs, and the crown lifts. And on the exhale, the left shoulder drifts back, and the right shoulder belly gathers back. Inhaling, sit bones through your spine to crown the head. Exhaling, 1 more breath. Inhale, let the breath rise up through the column of your spine. Exhaling. And then we'll come to the second side. So the left arm is going to wrap around the legs as the right arm comes behind. So inhaling, you sit bones through to the crown of your head, feeling the spine lengthen upwards. And then exhale, right shoulder moves back, the heart moves forward. Inhale in, sit bones, middle back, round of head. Exhale and finding your twist. Inhale in from your sit bones, all the way through to crown of the head. Exhale and finding your twist. Lovely. And then we're going to release from this. I'm going to meet on all fours. No, we're not. I'm going to come down to child's actually. Change of plan. So wide-legged, wide-kneed child pose. The arms are going to come out long. Oh, let the head come down. I hope I don't get muffly. And then we're going to thread the needle. So the left arm is going to thread underneath the right. And you're coming on the left shoulder and the left temple. Oh. Just allow the body to release into the stretch. It's a really lovely stretch doing it this way from child's pose. So feel your sit bones anchored down towards your seat as your belly widens between your thighs. And the weight's pulling down through your left shoulder and your left temple. I'll just take a couple more breaths here. I'm sure we've all been sat at a desk or on some kind of device today at some point. Let's get into the shoulders. Can just be so yummy after the day or morning of work, digital work. Okay, so we'll slowly come out of the situation. Left arm's going to come out. And then we'll come to the second side. So the right arm will thread underneath the left. So you come down to the right temple. Letting the right fingers reach away horizontally as the left fingers are reaching above the head. And just notice the difference on the two sides of your body. Oh, one side might be a side that bears a bit more weight. You might be right-handed or left-handed. Probably one or the other. Noticing how your jaw loosens. Everything starts to really soften. Okay. Take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly unravel the right arm out. Stretch both arms nice and long from the stretch. And then start to bring the hands back towards your knees. And we're going to come and find either 90-90 or pigeon pose. So let's go with, I'm putting the left leg forward. And it's kind of like parallel to the front edge of the mat. That's in a right angle, and then the left leg's in a right angle behind. So you could have your forward fold here, where you just bring your body down forward over the right leg. Or if you want to go for a full pigeon, you extend, you put your hands down, start to extend your left leg back, and then you bring your right knee over to the right wrist. And that lower right leg can be more going down towards the groin, or you might want it a bit more coming up towards the top of the mat. You choose your pigeon position, and then releasing the back foot, the left foot. The top of the foot is coming down. You may want to get your pillow again if you like that support beneath your body. which can just feel rather lovely. And so you just let your body start to come down. I've had a few pigeons today. When I first came into this today, I had so much tension around the hips. And there's still quite a bit there now. You can start to allow the weight, just around the weight. The right side of the pelvis to drop down. Notice if the front of the left hip is lifted and the left thigh. So you can anchor it down a little bit. You're not like going crazy with that. It's just a mindfulness of the weight. It's also pouring down through the left side of your front of your hip and the left thigh. They're also anchoring down. Just start to arrive in stillness. You can vary from practice to practice. Sometimes I just want to stay here and be with what is here. And other times it's like, oh, I'm ready to get out. So wherever you are, however you're feeling, let's have 3 breaths together. As you inhale, let your belly drop down towards the earth as it builds. And you exhale, it gathers back up, and you might feel your shoulders just melt. Inhale your belly down towards the earth. Exhale, soften everything. One more breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Okay, the hands are going to come down the mat. And you're going to very gently bring yourself up. You're going to come and sit on the right side of your hip and your right seat as you bring your left leg round the Janu. I'm going to say, because I can never say it properly. I'll say it for you so you can have a laugh. Janu Shashana. Just can't say it. Anyways, so the right foot is coming in towards the left leg. And you can pull the skin, the flesh out, and the right side out of the right, and then the left side out of the left, underneath your seat and your thighs. Okay, and then I'm going to take a nice inhale, lift down, lift, you can lift your arms up if you want. I'm choosing not to. And I'm going to exhale, and then we're all going to fold over the left leg. The right hand can come the outside of the lower leg. The left hand stays on the earth. Okay. So you come, and you're in a position, and then let's let the right hand, slip a little bit further down the outside of the leg as your body starts to twist a little bit more over and above the left leg. So your belly and your heart is a little bit more above the left thigh, not directly, but just in that general direction. That's your orientation. As you inhale, let the belly fill, maybe it's a little halfway lift kind of vibe. And then exhale, just let your body fold forward and down. Think the crown of the head going towards the foot. And then inhale, pulse, coming up. Or you can stay in static if that's better for your body. Exhale, you fold yourself forward and down. Think the crown's shooting forward. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Let's stay down. Let's stay and meet what's here. And perhaps the right hand wants to move a little bit further down the leg. maybe. And then noticing how it would feel to take a breath into the back of the right waist. So inhale, feel the right ribs, right waist, right shoulder expand with purpose. And then exhale, let everything empty and soften and release down towards the ground. And we'll just take a few more breaths here together as it comes. And then let's slowly come up out of this situation. Extend both legs nice and long. Put your hands by your seat, let your legs wobble in and out a few times. Look down at your legs as you're wobbling them. Your hips, your knees, your lower leg, your ankles, and your toes. And spread your toes wide, flex your feet. Then point your feet, and then give them a flex. Okay. So let's come to the second side. So we've just done the, what did we do? We did the left leg. No, we didn't. We did the right leg. So let's now do the left leg, your opposite leg. So either 90-90, so opposite leg, the front one, parallel the front, and then the back one is into both in like 90 positions, and then you fall forward. Or if you're a pigeoner, full pigeoner, the leg comes back, and then the body comes forward and down, forward and down. Knowing that you can get your, I should have said this to the side, sorry, the cushion and put it underneath the bent leg glute. So left side for me, I've got my left leg bent in front. So if I felt like I needed the support, I could put a cushion underneath my left side of my pelvis, as can you. Oh, you just start to settle down at the situation on this side. Yeah, we're all on the left. Yeah, that's right. We're all settling, settling, settling. Noticing how different this side feels. And then deciding, like, the other side, I had the pillow cushion underneath the support, but this side, I feel like my heart and my head need to be more in my spine, more in a long line instead of coming down. I feel like I need the height to support what's going on in my left hip. There's a little bit more happening on this side for me. So how can you best honour your body by meeting what's here with the props, your support? What can you change just to bring a little bit more ease into the posture for yourself? You may have the like 2 fists might be quite nice in my forehead. I'm going to do that. Immediately I've got more weight now dropping with my left hip, but perhaps I might regret that. So there's more opening happening. And the lower you come to the earth, the deeper the opening in the hip. Beginning to anchor now. Let's take the practice of a little bit of breath work, of making the exhale longer than the inhale. So let's inhale for 3 and exhale for 6. So inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. If the count's too long, just make it shorter. You don't need to count at all, just No, the inhale shorter, exhale longer. And push your breath all the way up to the end of the breath. And take a few more breaths here. And the hands will start to come down to meet the ground. You gently let the body rise up away from the earth. Start to sit on the left side of your seat, and your hip as the right leg comes out long and front to find Janu on this side. That's going to give you a laugh there. I'm not saying it again. Okay, so I'm going to inhale the crown lips, and then exhale, and I'm going to fold forward and down. The left hand will come to the outside of the lower leg. And then gently, just orientating your belly and your heart a little bit more over the right thigh. And then we're going to take a little bit of a pulse with the breath. So on the inhale, a little press through the right hand. Let the spine lift and extend a little bit. And then exhale, you're just folding yourself forward and down. Feel the crown like it's pointing towards the top of the foot. Inhale. Shoulders, I say shoulders, I mean lungs. Lungs filling up. And then the exhale, the lungs empty. Just let your body lower with gravity. Inhale. Start to let go of the idea of form and shape. Just the breath, the lungs inside the chest cavity. Exhale and emptying and lowering. The head follows. Inhale and up. 2 more. Exhale and down. 1 more. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. And stay. Let's stay. Notice if the left hand has a desire to slip a little bit more down the side of the right leg, maybe. And then maybe as you push your hand in the side of the leg, just to twist your body a little bit more over towards the right. I mean, it's not like this full twist, it's probably an inch, if that, of movement. But it's enough. You'll feel it. Perhaps you have a lot of sensation through the back of the left calf, it's not left, it's the right leg, the left, I said left again, the right calf, the back of the right ankle, and the sole of the right foot. And a lot of nerve endings in the sole of the foot. Just being aware of what's here for you. And we'll gently push through the right hand, left hand side of the leg, bring the body upright. I'm going to come and lay down on the back and meet in constructive rest pose. So laying down on the back. And if you've got your support, you've got your blanket, get yourself on your blanket. Yeah, get nice and snuggly. Okay. Feet are wide, the knees rest on each other. If you've got your cushion, you might want to sit underneath your sacrum, not your lower back, but just your pelvis and your sacrum. Or if you've got a block at all, maybe you pop a block under there, that'd be nice. Hands can be on the lower belly. The arms can be wide. You feel the weight pouring down through the shoulders. Maybe it's the knees part. Maybe that's a natural occurrence. That happens. Mine just did. So your knees just, if it feels better, let them rest on each other, let them rest. If it's better to be apart, we're apart. Ah. Lift your toes up and then place your toes back down. Feel your footprint really grounding down into the support of the earth, your ground, your space, where you are right in this moment. And then slowly lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Just give them a little jiggle, a little wobble. And just kind of, can't think of the word. Nervous system sort of just down regulate. You're not plugging any muscles to the bones. Your legs are soft. Suspending? Legs are like suspending up. Yeah, I think that's the word. Your legs are just suspending up, thinking about the circulation of the body, thinking about the blood, how it goes round, how it pumps through the arteries and the veins. It's coming round, and this will be circular motion. Putting your legs up really supports the circulation of your blood, which can't be a bad thing, eh, guys? Let the arms go up as well. Open your palms, spread them out, and then let them soften in. Then let the feet come down, hands come down, and just let everything come down. So if you have support, you might not have it underneath your sacrum. Can you take that out? And then let your body widen out your Shavasana. So maybe your legs are really wide. Maybe you want to keep them bent. You choose what gives your body the most support for rest. Noticing where your hands on the land. Finding like lower belly for sure. Your hands are on your body, just noticing the warmth. The warmth going to be the palm of your hand. The support of the warmth in the palm of your hand meeting your body. As your chin rolls, your eyes, soft brown sleeves of your eyes just start to drop back and down. As the shoulders widen, the arm bones, front of the arm bones are feeling really heavy. And you just start to allow the shoulder blades to widen across the ground. Noticing the warmth around the tops of your thighs, where your thigh bone, so on. Slotting into the pelvis, your hips. Perhaps noticing some warmth around the back of the pelvis, the right side and the left side. and across the horizontal line at the top of the pelvis. All of the body just landing, resting down onto the ground. With no other place to be. And right here, right now. Inhale. And the exhale. You are coming up through your nose. Warm air coming back out. Straight off into your rest. Close the practice down. Those who want to close, you don't need to get up. You can stay down. Or you just stay. Ah. And that hand come to my heart, my hand to my belly. And take an inhale. Exhale, bow the head. Intellect of the mind down to the wisdom of the body, the heart. And just take a moment for your own private prayer. Perhaps it's just a prayer of gratitude for this life, and this moment, and this breath. For one another. Thank you for coming to practice, guys. Namaste. See you next week.